A very good morning, students. Today we are having a lecture on the subject data analytics. So let's start with the basic introductory part. Now, if we talk about the subject data analytics, now we will starting with the first unit, which comprises the following topics, including descriptive statistics, probability, distribution, inferential statistics through hypothesis test, regression, and ANOVA. These are the topics which we are going to cover in this unit. So in our today's lecture we are going to cover these topics, that is introduction to data analytics. We'll see what exactly data analytics is. Next we will see the steps which are involved in data analytics. Coming on to the tools used for data analytics. Obviously, if we are talking about data analytics, then there are different tools which are used to perform the analysis of data. Next is application areas where the data analysis are used. Coming on to the companies used for data analytics. Lastly, we will see what are the companies which are using data analytics data analytics for their growth. Coming on to the introduction to data analytics. Now we'll see what exactly data analytics means or data analytics is. Now what is happening? Companies around the world are generating large amount of data every year. Now this data is generated by the users like us, since we are using many social media sites, like we are using Facebook, we are also using WhatsApp, Twitter. All these sites we are using on a day-to-day basis. So what is happening? Large amount of data we are generating. Even if we are sending a mail to any person, we are generating large amount of data. So what data analytics is that it is a process of analyzing this data. Now data analytics comes this is why the data analytics comes into existence. Since large amount of data is being generated, it is very difficult for us to maintain all this data, and hence the need for data analytics arises. So data analytics can be defined as a process of extracting and analyzing data sets to find valuable information. To find valuable information means we have a bulk amount of data. We are using many sites, we are using online, we are doing online booking, we are doing online shopping also. So what is happening? Large amount of data we are generating. If so, this data we need, the companies use this data to analyze in order to take proper decision, in order to extract valuable information from these data. So if we talk about the word data analytics or the process data analytics, it is nothing but it is a process of extracting and analyzing data. Extracting means to retrieve data, and analyze means that that the companies are studying or analyzing the data so that they can get a information which will be useful for them to predict their future or to take important decisions. Okay, so I hope I'm clear with the term data analytics. Let's move on to the next topic, that are advantages. Why the companies are doing data analytics, why it is required to. Since I told you earlier, data is generated in a large amount, in a bulk amount. So if they want data, for example, if I'm having a company of any product, if I want to review my customers, then what I'll do, I'll just give want a feedback what about my product, how it is, and what are the companies or the customers need. So I will just survey about my product. I will tell all my customers to give their feedback, and upon depending upon their feedback, I will be taking an appropriate steps. For example, if when I do all these surveys, I found that my customers are finding my product very costly, then it would be easy for me to retrieve that information about my product, to analyze the whole data, and to retrieve the information, so that in order to improve my sales, in order to improve the sales of my product, I could cut down the cost of my product, so that it would give a satisfaction level to all the customers. So in this way data analytics works. Basically it helps all the business entrepreneurs to take important decisions, so that decision will ultimately lead to the improvement of their sales or their business. So if we are talking about the data analytics, then these are the following advantages, which includes improves in decision making. Now, how it improves decision making? Obviously, as I told you, if I am getting a feedback of what my customers want, then ultimately it is helping me. This survey is helping me to improve my decision. I will work on the cost of the product, since what my customers want, they want a product or having a low cost. So I will start working on that. So ultimately, it is improving on my decision making. Next advantage is it eliminates lot of manual task. Obviously, if I have a bulk of customers, for example, if I have having a company and I am having a bulk of 10 million customers, and if I am taking a feedback of all my 10 million customers, then it would be a difficult task for me if I am doing it manually arranging or taking the feedback of 10 million customers is not an easy task. So this process of data analytics is basically eliminating the cost of manual task. Next is the better customer service. If we take the same example of that I am having a company and I am doing a survey on my customers, then what is happening? I am getting aware of my customers' needs, what my customers want. In this case, if we take the same example, my customer want that the products should be of somewhat low cost so that they can afford them. So I will start working on that particular choice, and I will do or take some steps to satisfy my customer. That ultimately leads to better customer service. Next is efficient operations. The next point is efficient operation. If we talk about, sorry, going back to the when we talk about efficient operations, then it is somewhat like it helps us to streamline our operations. Streamline our operations means if we are aware of the customer needs, then our time is not, we are not wasting time on unnecessary things. We will be just, in this particular example, I will be focusing on the cost efficient steps. So I don't need to maintain my quality and other things, or on different aspects. I just need to focus on the cost. So ultimately, if we are getting the customers, we are getting the customer needs, so it is helping us to take efficient operations or proper operations, thereby not wasting time on unnecessary things. Coming on to the fifth advantage, which is effective marketing. If we talk about effective marketing, as we are aware of the customer needs, see today, if I'm aware about what my customer want, so that would help me to do a better marketing. And if I am doing marketing considering the factors like cost, then what will happen? Ultimately, my sales will improve. So ultimately, effective marketing is helping me to improve my skills. And how I am doing effective marketing? Because I am aware of the customer needs, what areas they want to emphasize, that or focus, that area I am going to work, and ultimately which will lead to effective marketing. Coming on to the last advantage, obviously better results, because since we are we are working on all these factors, so it will give us a better result, thereby improving my sales and improving my financial condition, and upgrading my, improving my business. Coming on to the next topic, that are the steps involved in data analytics process. If we are talking about the steps involved, since analytics is not a single step process, it has many stages through which a customer or an entrepreneur need to cross, so that in order to get the results. So the first stage which comes under the process is understanding the problem. If I am an entrepreneur, I am running a business, so obviously first I need to understand the problem. Now, understanding the problem means analyzing the customers, understanding what they want. That is the understanding, that considers the understanding the problem. So if I am understanding the problem, if I know where I need to focus, then I will be able to work on that. So this was the first step which comes under the category of data analytics. Coming on to the next step, that is data collection. In data collection, as the term, it is pretty simple to understand. Data collection means I need to collect data from various sources. Now if I am running a company, I just want to get a survey on my product, then I need to collect the data. If I have a 50 million of customers, then I need to collect data from those 50 million customers. Because if I want to survey on what that particular customer, that I need that data, then what I'll do, I just need just give them a feedback, give them a feedback notepad or something like that, or I can take a feedback from the customers, so that I can work on that. So data collection is nothing but collecting a data from all my customers, so that I can retrieve the important information which will help me to speed up my sales, and which will help me to uh, take important decision, you can say. So coming on to the next stage, which is data cleaning stage. Now in case of data cleaning, what happens? Data cleaning means, as we do cleaning in a home, what we do, we just throw unwanted material from our home, unwanted things which we don't need, we just throw them from out of our home. So data cleaning is somewhat like that. We now in data collection, we got a bulk of data. Now what we have to do, we have to clean this data. That is, we need to clean all the redundant information, all the duplicate information, and all the missing information which is not required by us. That is, for example, any data which is duplicated one, so I don't need any duplicate data. If any information is missing, and what I'll do with that missing information, for example, if I have just mailed all the survey form to all my customers, and I told them to fill the feedback of my customer. What customer did, customer just wrote their name, he just gave all the details, and he didn't mention about the feedback, like the feedback of the product was remain blank. Then what I will do, it is of no use. So basically a data cleaning is removing or eliminating the missing data, the duplicate data, and the redundant data which is ultimately which is occupying space, and which is not helping me to take any decisions. Coming on to the next fourth step, which is in data analytics process, that is data analysis itself. The word itself is pretty simple to understand. Analysis of data. What data analysis is, we need to analyze the data, we need to retrieve the important part or important data which will help me to take important decisions, or which will ultimately help me to take important decision, and why I need to take important decision, to satisfy my customer and to boost my business. So ultimately data analysis process, what it will do, it will analyze the bulk of data, and it will help me to retrieve all the important data which is required by the enterprise. Coming on to the fifth step, that is interpreting the result. Ultimately with these steps, why these steps I'm doing these steps to get the result in the form whatever my whatever I desire to do. Yeah, whatever result I want, that is the interpret result. Now interpreting the result stage should give you the result which you are assuming. For example, in understanding the problem, what I want, if we are considering the same example of the customer, what customer want a product of a low cost. So in the first state, I studied that what my customer need a product of a low cost, because they are not able, all the customers are not able to afford my product. So in the first phase, I got to know that my customer want a product of a low cost. And in the last stage, that is, if we talk about the interpreting the result, then in that stage I should be able to get the result at it. That is, I should get the result as, yes, I am able to launch a product of a low cost. So what I mean to say is, what we decided in our first step, that thing has to be compiled, or has to be achieved in the last step. So interpreting the result is what we assumed or what we desired, that has to be achieved in the last step. So I think this was all about data analytics process, and I hope I'm clear with this topic. Coming on to the next one, that is data analytics tool. So guys, if we are talking about data analytics or the data analytics process, so it is not possible by using any tools. So these are some of the tools, though there are many tools which are available in the market, which the different companies are using for their purpose, but these are the commonly used tools which are used nowadays. I'll just have look overview of all the tools which are normally used, starting with the Python. Now Python, I hope you are familiar with the tool Python, and you must be studying in your subject. Now, Python is as we all know, it is an object-oriented language. It has a vast library which is used for data analysis. Coming on to R programming again, it's a object-oriented, or it's a open source programming language, which also provides a vast library which is basically designed for data analysis purpose. Now if we talk about Tableau, then it is a data visualization tool which are used by many companies like Wipro. So it is also a best tool used in the market or by many of the entrepreneurs or businesses. Power BI, it is again a tool which is launched by Microsoft, and it is said to be a competitor of Tableau. Now if we talk about SOS, then it is nothing, it is said to be a statistical analysis or statistical tool, which stands for SAS. Now it is a software which helps us to perform analysis of data. Again, it is used by many companies to work on SQL queries and all. So this was all about the data analytics tool. Coming on to the last topic of our today's lecture, that what are the companies, or who are the companies that uses data analytics on a daily basis. Now see, data analytics is a very simple, we can say a very necessary process or step which are now performed by many of the, or almost maximum of the companies. We can't talk about each and every one, but we will be just having a look on some of the companies which are using data analytics on daily basis, starting with the Amazon. It is a very popular, I think so many users are using, or even during this pandemic COVID time, we are used to do online shopping on Flipkart and Amazon. The Flipkart and Amazon are the two online shopping sites which are used. Basically these sites use data analytics on daily basis because they have a huge amount of data, and they need to maintain this data in order to take a proper decision. For example, if we talk about Flipkart, then what Flipkart do, when we you can just have a survey whenever you want to buy something on Flipkart. For example, if I want to buy a pen drive of Flipkart, when I search it, if I just go through all the pen drives, even though I'm not buying it, next time what happens, it will show me on top of my ID, it will show me that following are the kinds of variety of pen drive you can use or you can buy. So what how it is possible, what Flipkart is doing, Flipkart is analyzing my data, that what kind of what are my expectation, what are my needs, and according to my needs, it is just showing me that these are the variety of pen drives, or the types of pen drives, or the different brands of different companies of pen drive that I can buy. So these are the companies which are using data analytics on daily basis. Accenture also, it is using data analytics, it has a huge market. If we talk about Walmart, then it is again a international brand, and it generates a large amount of data every second. So it is also doing data analytics on daily basis, you can say. Rapido, Cigna again are the two famous companies which are using data analytics in order to take important decision. So guys, this was all about today's lecture. See you with the next lecture on a different advanced topic on data analytics. Thank you.